What up? What up? What up? What up?
What's going on? What's going on, man?
You can hear me? Is a delay?
It's like a little bit of a delay. A little bit. I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you were was responding slow. I'm like, what the hell going on, Taison?
Oh, no, no. No, I'm good. I'm good. How was the weekend?
Pretty good, man. I'm gonna take you out and bring you back in. See if we can fix
All
this
right.
delay. All right.
All right.
Can you hear me on time now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
No, can you hear me right now? Can you hear me on time?
Yeah, I can hear you right now. Yeah, yeah.
No, is there a delay?
There is like I'm seeing you talk, and then there's like like a 3 second delay. Then it's whatever you got to say.
All right. I'll try one more time. Then after that, we just keep it moving.
All right. Can you hear me?
All right. Is there still a delay?
Yeah, like a 2, 3 second delay.
All right, don't worry about it. Let's go ahead and get the show started. So,
Yeah, we'll keep moving.
trending topics. You be finding some really damn good trending topics. So, I'll let
And
you
I
lead the
tried.
trending topic. The
Believe me,
first
I
one
tried.
is
All right, now this one. Yeah, this house party thing. I thought we didn't hear nothing for a minute in regards to this. It adds basically man boy from Snowfall guy. I hope I'm saying this guy's name. Ratami. He's from Power, right? And Alan Malino. I've seen him in a couple of different shows or what have you. All right, look, I'm all like in favor of for the culture, but this movie should not be made. I'm gonna say this again. This movie, this House Party reboot, should not ever be remade. Don't know why they're doing it. You can do another whatever like topic or whatever movie, but we all can agree. We all can agree. The viewers out there, we can all agree. House Party does not need to be remade. It does not. To me, I just think like we're in the era of remakes, and I'm like, why do we need to do remakes? Why do we need to do reboots? For what? Because all you're doing is flipping a couple lines and different plots, and that's it. It's like I hate to say lazy writing, but this is what it is. Like, especially House Party be so much of an iconic film. Like, look, much respect to those three brothers who got they got put onto this movie because I think this movie, I know this movie's gonna have like a lot of people that want to star in it, but no, I'm not feeling it. Nope.
I mean, which one of them niggas gonna play? Because play is more of the darker scent. All them niggas look like they about to play Ken
Exactly.
part. So I mean, can we at least get somebody that look like
No, they
goddamn
got.
play
I think they got.
a
Well,
little
they got
bit?
the. Well, they got the two lead roles. I forgot who the two guys were. The two lead roles, but I don't want to see. I don't know what they can do because, like the thing with what House Party is because it has so many. Like, man, like even at that time, you like, man, that's a perfect guy. Like, who's gonna play like kid's uncle or aunt, whatever the case may be, or whatever, right? What comic is gonna take like Robin Harris's role, right? Who's gonna take
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Witherspoon's role at the peeping tom neighbor, right? Who's gonna take that? Who's gonna do full force?
I don't know, but you know what? I'm
These
kind of
questions need to
interested.
be answered.
I'm kind of interested in seeing how they going to attempt to pull it off.
Yeah, and I wonder if they're gonna put Kid and Play somewhere in this movie. Kid and
Who?
Play Martin. Oh yeah, sorry for all about Martin's character. I say Gina's character, but you know what I'm talking about. Her like it's so many moving parts in that movie. And the thing is, I think it's gonna be hard for them. Like this movie right here, for them to reboot, that's gonna be one. That's gonna be hard. Like that is gonna
Yeah,
be so hard to like the pressure. They're gonna be the pressure.
Well, we'll see. Did it say when it's supposed to drop?
No, because I don't think they're from. I think if anything, it's going to drop probably next year, probably late
All right,
next year.
so they're about to start. They're just in the beginning parts of putting everything together.
Yeah, it would make
Okay.
it would make sense if they drop it like September of next year, because you gotta like it would be like that around that time because it's the fall, and if you're getting like kid and play like remember because they're in school, so it's like all right they gotta be like a school type of movie or what have you. So it will make like sometime fall of next year, like summertime. That doesn't make any sense. Like especially all the movies that's coming out you know like beginning part of next year. No, I would do it like fall of next year.
Okay. So next trending topic. Anybody familiar with the Sopranos? They're about to drop a prequel
Ooh,
to the Sopranos.
I'm
So go ahead,
mm,
Taison.
the many saints of the Lord. I've been waiting for this to hear some type of word in regards to that, and they dropped a surprise trailer on HBO Max. Anybody who's a fan out there, of The Sopranos, I know we have a lot of viewers and a lot of people in this group that are fans of this movie or the series, The Sopranos. This is the prequel, and also, like I said, the person that's the main character in this exact prequel is the son of the star of the actual Sopranos, James Gandolfini. That's his son. That's his actual son playing him as in the prequel.
Oh
And
shit.
I don't think his son had like many acting roles. Yeah, I don't think his son really had like major acting roles. But this is a big role for his son because they got some heavy hitters in that Sopranos prequel. So like if you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen the Sopranos, highly recommend. Merv, if you haven't seen it, see the Sopranos. If you love, like I said, I know you love mom stuff. Like, look, Sopranos is it. Sopranos is it. You gotta see it.
So I haven't seen the
You gotta see
Sopranos
the
yet.
Sopranos, man. And it'll.
So I haven't seen the
Oh, you haven't?
Sopranos yet. So I'm gonna have to watch the Sopranos but before that came out. But I hear great things about it. Like I know a lot of people that have seen it that has talked like is almost like it's kind of like you should watch that the same way you watch a wire. Like it's a must watch. So I'm
Yeah.
going to check
Oh,
that
that was a
out.
must watch. That was a must watch. I think. Yeah. Like, and I think it's gonna be one of them shows you're gonna be like, damn, I wish I would have watched this like before. Like you're really gonna like that, man, for real. Especially the many people that's like that got their start in this series. Like, yeah. Um, man, I cannot wait for this. It's gonna be this fall. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I cannot wait. I'm probably am gonna watch it again, like right before that. Once they give like the date is gonna come out, I'm probably gonna binge watch the crap out of The Sopranos. Like, yo, this man, if it comes off like how the series comes off, this might be like one of the I ain't gonna say the pressure. I'm gonna say this, but this might come off as like one of the Oscar contenders.
Damn, you
It's
think
gonna
so?
be like that, like.
So for TV shows
Yeah, if
it's
it
the
comes
Emmys.
off like how this,
It's the Emmys. For TV shows, it's the hold
yeah, but
up.
remember
It's
this,
the Emmy
yeah, but this
Awards.
is
It's
a
not
movie.
Oscars.
Yeah, it's from the Emmys. Yeah, yeah. This one's gonna be a movie. It's not a sequel series. It's a sequel movie. It's not a prequel series. It's a prequel movie.
Oh, it's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought oh shit.
Mm-mm.
I
Mm-mm.
automatically assumed it was a show, but it's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? Have that ever happened before? With somebody where there's a whole TV series and and somebody drop a prequel movie to that TV show? I don't think that's happened before.
I don't think this happened. I don't think this happened before. Like, I can't think. Like, if anybody's out there, they can tell us if we're not thinking of anything. Like, drop a comment because I can't really think, especially a major show like this, a major, very major show. Again, Merv, I'm telling you, man. When you see that show, you're gonna be like, man, man, hold up, and
I'm gonna
hold
check
up.
it out.
I'm gonna basically pull off thing is I was late to the Sopranos show. I was like 2 seasons like behind, but when I caught up, mm,
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
yeah,
All right, so now let's go ahead and go to the
one of the
spotlight of the week. And I'm gonna let you go first. You put the actress this time, and your actress is no other than Regina Hall.
look at that beauty right there. Look at that beauty right there. Regina Hall, man. She like, and she's also from like again, she's from the DMV area. Um, her parents, I remember, I think, are educators as well. And look, she is starting a couple. Like, look, she is starting the scary movie franchise. Look, she's starting, Paid in Full, um, Girls Trip. Look, she started just like she started in the recent Shaft movie. Um, well, Insecure for a couple episodes, but she's been in a lot of different shows, a lot of different movies. Again, this is like an actress that probably goes underneath the radar, like for most folks, because it's not to Tahari. I forgot how how I say her name. Henson. She's not like we talked about Sanaya Lathan last week. That's one of her good friends as well. Like Nia Long, we don't put her in. Well, Regina King is a different tier. But like I think Regina Hall doesn't like she doesn't. She should be given her flowers because she started so much. And look, man, she is starting a whole bunch. Like, and she started like her career, man. I think this goes back to like in the 90s. No, 2000s. I would say the 2000s. Yeah, I would say the 2000s. But like I said, she's starting on a whole bunch of series, whole bunch of movies. Um, she hosted the BET Awards a couple years ago, and she brought like the Go-Go out because, like I said, she is from the DMV area, and
Okay.
she just turned 50.
Oh damn, she looked damn. I don't know what the
Like,
fuck. I don't know what the fuck the black women
yeah,
in
she's 50 years
Hollywood be
old.
doing with themselves, but like black don't crack. Because Angela Bassett is what
At
about
all.
65 or something years old or something right now,
70,
67.
60 or 60 or 70, yeah, something like that. Oh yeah, and also I'm gonna take this off to Regina Hall. She's also in this very good show called Black Monday that's on Showtime. That's with Don Cheadle and her and a couple other people in that show. It's a fantastic show. Viewers, you should watch that show. It's a fantastic show.
Okay. All right. So next, I'm gonna go with mine. I got Forrest Whitaker as my spotlight actor of the week. Um,
Oh,
Forrest
great choice.
Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker is playing in a show right now called Godfather of Harlem. He's playing Bumpy Johnson. They got a character playing Malcolm X. So it's loosely based off true events, true characters, and he's playing the fuck out of Bumpy Johnson. Now, when I first saw
Yeah.
that it was coming on that they was gonna have him play Bumpy Johnson, I was a little concerned. I was like, I don't know about Forrest Whitaker playing Bumpy Johnson. But listen, he's a very good Bumpy Johnson. He plays the shot to Bumpy Johnson. Um, and
Yeah.
he's believable. Like when I look at him, I see Bumpy Johnson. But he
I
got a
agree.
long career of good acting. He got an Oscar nomination and won the best Oscar acting award leading role for King of Scotland. Now I went and saw King of Scotland. From that role, I probably should have known that he was going to be able to pull off this Bumpy Johnson because he killed that King of Scotland, and that King of Scotland role was a very aggressive role. So he got tons of movies, but right now what he's starring in right now is The Godfather of Harlem. It's on I think it's on Epics. So if y'all haven't checked it out yet, it's called Godfather of Harlem, based off of Bumpy Johnson, and Forrest Whitaker is starring in it.
Yeah. Like look, that's a very, very good show. I was just like you, Stacks. I did not know what to expect. Especially for his Whitaker. I mean, he's a great actor, but I didn't know he would like how he would like take that role, and he is knocked out the park.
Right. And next we got our throwback movie of the. Let's see. All right, next we got a throwback movie of the week, and I'll let you go
Okay.
first with yours. Is you picked Tropic Thunder, so go ahead and tell us why
Oh,
you picked
Tropic.
Tropic
Oh
Thunder.
man, Tropic Thunder, man. I literally watched this a couple of days ago, and I legit forget how funny this. I legit forget how funny this movie is. Top to bottom, like I said, with like I said, Ben Stiller, Jack Black, Robert Downey Jr. Um, man, it's a bunch of people in here. Bill Hader. And a special and Matthew McConaughey who almost steals this movie, but the person who steals the movie is Tom Cruise in this movie, who plays the the producers or the owner of who owns the production company or what have you. And he steals the complete show because I don't know if anybody knew this is not about this movie. Ben Stiller approached Tom Cruise about this movie, and he told Tom Hanks is I'm not Tom Hanks. Tom Cruise said, "I'll do the movie, but I gotta have big hands." And he was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I gotta have big hands." And he was like, "All right, cool." So when they did the makeup, like it was only a few people on set that knew that was him, and very few. So he came dressed up in the makeup and everything, and they said it
You
took
said
people a
Tom
couple days to
Cruise?
realize that was Tom. Yep, Tom Cruise. Yep. Remember he was playing the guy with the ball head. He was up there christening up a
I
storm.
never seen it.
You never seen this movie? Watch this movie. This movie is hilarious, start to finish. And man, this is so funny because, like I said, it's about three actors. I'm gonna tell you what the plot is. Four actors who are filming a movie about based off of a book from a quote unquote a veteran of the I think Vietnam War. And so basically, the production company is like, "Well, look, man, this is not looking good. How this movie's looking right now." So he's like, "You got to make this thing look real." So the producer slash director of the movie was like, "All right, well, look, he got the four actors together and was like, look, we're gonna drop you off in this this jungle in Vietnam, but like, look, y'all rough it out." Now he thought he was going to like basically get some very good performances in reference to them, but come to find out, it was actually a real jungle with real like Vietnam, like Viet Cong or like militia people that are basically doing basically running a drug operation out there. But all the while, these guys think it's an actual movie, and then once they realize it's not a movie, oh man, all hell breaks loose. Like
Okay.
I'm telling you,
I'll,
it is the funniest.
I'll check
It's
it
one of
out.
the funniest movie. One of the funniest movies. Robert Downey. I think this is maybe right around the time Robert Downey either before. I think this is a little bit before, and I mean just a little bit before he does Iron Man.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna go with my throwback
Yeah, this
movie
is.
of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So my
Oh
throwback
man,
is Thin
never
Line
mind between
Between
love and
Love
hate.
and Hate. Listen,
Oh man. Woo.
for
Woo.
some reason,
Mm.
this movie didn't it didn't get good ratings, and I don't think it performed
I
well
don't know
for
why.
like rankings and the movies. But this is one of my favorite. This is one of my
Mm-hmm.
favorite movies. I could watch it. I could watch it over and over. Um, Bill,
Mm-hmm.
Martin Lawrence is hilarious in it, and
Yep.
um, it's basically about you need to watch who you tell I love you to. Those three words, people take those fucking three words serious.
Exactly.
So if you tell the wrong
Yo.
motherfucker I
And this
love you,
movie changed my. Yep. Yep.
go ahead.
You don't know. I was saying like you right because when this movie came out, I was like, ooh, like if you trying to be a player and just like you say the wrong word or words to you know, especially from a guy like from me saying to a woman, and I'm like, I know it's not the right one. Oh man, like it show you the
Yeah,
end result.
exactly. So it's basically telling, he tried to, he made a little bet, and to win the
Mm-hmm.
bet, He ended up having to tell a damn girl he loved her just to be able to win the bet by getting some ass. He almost lost his life over some motherfucking ass. He almost lost his day. He almost lost his life. He almost lost the girl that he really wanted to be with, just so he could win the fucking bet, and somebody could tell him, "Yo, you the man." That's all he wanted. He didn't want the money. He just wanted Bobby Brown to tell him, "Yo, D, you the man."
Yo,
and just
over Bobby Brown was hilarious. You go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying Bobby Brown was hilarious in that movie. I'm gonna just say that right off the rip, man. He was hilarious in that movie, man. I gotta watch that again. I haven't seen that in a long time. Like, yeah, this is over a bet. That's a crazy. This is over a bet.
Not even no money though.
Like, I'm like, man, come on.
But no money. You just want to be told you the man. All right. So next we got a date night. Next we got a date night movie. All right, you pick Poetic Justice. Go ahead.
Oh man, Poetic Justice. If y'all have not seen this movie, to me, this may be like, this is a top 10 romantic, date night movie of all time. You got Tupac, you got Janet Jackson, this is a movie in terms of like, Janet, she's up there trying to like, gets little bit going into this road trip by her girlfriend, Regina King, of course. Right? Regina King was in this, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Regina King and Joe Torre was her boyfriend, which is bananas how big Joe Torre was at that time. And you just see all sorts of things. And like I said, one of the famous lines in this movie is, "Hey, cousin, what's going on?" Man,
Cousin Pete.
Like, man, your cousin Pete. And this literally put, like, I know Pac did he did Juice and a couple other roles by this time, but this really put him out there, like, for the whole rest of the country to see how he was, like, to do a different type of role. And also for Janet too. Like, this really put Janet out there too. And I remember it was like these different little things that came out. Yeah, it really came out like both of them. And like, I remember it was like these little rumors that she had to take a test before, like, before meeting up, like an AIDS test or what have you.
No,
I remember hearing that, and she was like, "No, I don't know where that came from." Yeah.
They asked him about that.
That never happened.
They asked him about that shit, and he said that he told him, "Hell no." He said, "Hell no, I'm not taking no AIDS test. I'm not taking an HIV test. Have y'all had anybody else on that set taking a test?
Yeah.
If nobody else took a test, then I'm not taking a test."
Yep.
But he said, then he was like,
"Why should I take a test?
Now, if I'm going to have sex with Janet for real, I'll take 25 HIV tests right now."
Yo, Janet, man, Janet with the man. Whoo. Janet in that movie, good Lord. Justice. That was such a good movie, man. That's a good date night movie. You get she up there flaking like Pop for a minute. Forgot his name is, but they flaking him for a minute in that movie, and all of a sudden, got together. And it's a great date night movie. Highly suggest if you have never seen this. Great date night movie. Classic. 90s too. That's crazy. Oh man, you didn't tell me what's that? Oh, you got that. You got that, Merv.
Alan Payne. This is a classic. They're from both of them from the hood. Both of them got a similar family background. Both of them like to dream, but they have family members that keeps them back, keeps them from being able to accept love or being able to move on or being able to try to move out of that area. And his name is Jason. Her name is Lyric. So the movie name is Jason's Lyric because that's shit. That's his heart. That's his damn moon, his stars, and everything. So that's why it's called Jason's Lyric. Very good movie. We got a Tretch in it from
very, very good movie.
From damn OPP. Damn.
Tretch.
Not by Nature, and Bokeem Woodbine. both the niggas always playing some crazy ass roles whenever they do play something, especially Bokeem
Yo,
Woodbine.
yeah.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
so two people who fall in love but got challenges and they got to overcome family members, overcome
Yep.
the hood,
Mm-hmm.
overcome violence to for them to be together and follow their hearts. Very good movie. Go check it out.
Yep.
All right. So now next
Great
is
movie.
this day in TV history. So this day in TV history, Larry King Live
Mm-hmm.
in 2010. He let everybody know that he was ending Larry King Live. So 2010 is when he made an announcement that Larry King Live will be
Wow.
in 2010 on this date. All
Mm.
right.
Wow. That is a wow. Mm.
So the
Mm.
last couple of weeks we
I
did
don't know. Was
movie.
that long? Well, that long ago.
Last couple of weeks we did movie of the week. This week right here we're gonna do TV show, the new
Mm-hmm.
TV show for you to go check out. Last week we did
Yep.
Fatherhood. Hopefully y'all went and check out that movie. This week we're doing a
Mm-hmm.
TV show. So for the TV show, we're doing Manifest. It's a TV show on
Yeah.
Netflix. They got 2 seasons out. They actually have the third season ended this year right here, but on Netflix it's only two
Yeah.
seasons. Um,
Yeah.
I watched the very first season already. Tell how many seasons you watched.
I watched the first season. Like this show, man.
You watched your first
I hope
season?
they really, even though I know there's first season. Yeah. I really hope that they keep this show. This show has a chance to be something real special. Like for whatever streaming service just gets, this picks up. Like real. Like like I really hope like Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, like somebody pick this show up. This is a great show. Because there's so much more you can do with this show. This show can go like 10 seasons easily. Like this is a great show. I mean, and it's so like just when you think you got some of the stuff figured out, they throw a monkey wrench into something. Like it's basically like the crust of it is like you know passengers on this particular plane. They were in the sky, and all of a sudden they basically it's weird. They basically get on this plane. All of a sudden they were told to basically go to another airport, and then they realized they've been going for what like five,
Yeah.
6 years, something like that, maybe
Yeah.
over
So
that.
so what happened? All right. So let me pick up where you left off. So what happened was
Okay.
the plane they went to Montego Bay, Jamaica, and the plane that everybody was supposed
Mm-hmm.
to get on it was overpacked, and they credit
Yep.
people
Yep.
four
Yep.
hundred dollars if you're willing to wait to get on the next plane. We give you $400
Mm-hmm.
toward airplane credit. So a lot of people took advantage of that, got
Mm-hmm.
on that plane. They went through heavy turbulence, like lightning and all that shit. A lot of people were scared, almost like
Mm-hmm.
the plane was like to crash. The damn pilot sped up the plane to get through the turbulence and everything. Excuse me. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, excuse me. So when he was trying to land, the airport redirected him to another airport. So when they landed, they thought that it was just
Mm-hmm.
several hours before they got to New York. But when they landed, they left in April 2013. When the plane
Mm-hmm.
landed, it was April 2018. So the plane was gone for 5 years, but the people on the
Yeah.
plane only felt like they was gone for like 5 to 6 hours, the amount of time it takes to get from Jamaica to New York. So when they came
Yep.
back, they had family members that have passed. They had husbands and wives that then moved on and then remarried. So the whole world, the families and friends left them, and they had to get back acclimated to the world. Find out that
Yep.
some family members have passed. Find out some significant others has married other people, married best friends, and
Mm-hmm.
also they've gotten
Yeah.
superpowers where they can see the future and what's about to happen. So that's the gist of it. 5 years later, they don't know what the fuck happened to the plane. Everybody thought they was dead, and everybody that's on the plane has visions and superpowers where They can see the future that's about to happen. Very good suspense. It's a thriller. Very well
Yep.
written TV show. So if you're looking
Mm-hmm.
for a TV show to binge watch,
Oh, it
check out
is.
Maggie.
That's the show. That's the show.
All right.
And like I said, just piggyback on what Merv said, like, yo, this show is, man. I mean, you gotta imagine, like I said, like 5 years, you're 5 or 6 years, you're gone, and you come back, and everything has changed. Like, people go on with their lives. Like, you know, family members have passed away, and you're basically like, I've only been up in the air for 5 6 hours. That's it. And now all of a sudden, also not only that happens, but you got a superpower, and everybody that was on this plane got a superpower as well. And what do you do? Like, that's the thing too. Is like, as a person, what would you do with all this happening? And it's a lot of stuff there, right there, that people you're gonna see what happens.
All right. So let's get with the top five.
Oh, now this
Top
is what
five
I'm waiting on.
category. Top five category is top five movies that's about musicians.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Tay, let's see, what is your number five? I think it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Top five. Your number five is
I can tell you that top.
Get Rich or Die Trying,
Get
right?
Rich or Die Trying. Yeah, about 50. This is basically an autobiographical, story in reference to 50. Basically him, being from like low level stick up kid to, basically let me go try this rap thing to basically getting shot to then find out he got a kid. Then him basically everything that you heard like in his music, the pain that you heard in his music is basically told in this movie, and him starring him. And you got Terrence Howard in this. You got what is her name? Joy Bryant. She's in this movie, and a couple other people in this movie. I think this is like one of, especially 50, like, and this is literally at being at the height of his stardom too. He did this, and that's also a great soundtrack too. Anybody want to know too? That's a great soundtrack. It's a very good movie by 50. And also, like I said, very few did you see like an artist at the top of their career do a movie based on themselves, an autobiographical type of. I know he left some stuff out, but a very autobiographical movie about themselves. And 50 had his ass off, and that kind of basically springboarded him to doing other movies and to be like, all right, look, you know what, this rap game ain't, I can do something else outside of it, And I remember hearing an interview. He said this kind of helped him with, like basically thinking about doing Power, like eventually. So to me, this has always been a top five movie because I love, like I said, Get Rich or Die Trying. To me, 50's first album is to me is a top 10 album, top 10 rap album to me. And that thing basically.
I ain't gonna call you crazy for saying that. Like that album was a powerful album from start to finish. It rode so.
Yeah, and this, like I said, this movie I liked it because I was like, all right, this showed me like 50 can act a little bit, and it was just so like some of the stuff that you saw in this movie, like, all right, I can relate to that. All right, I see, why he did this, and like I said, seeing like what happened with his mom and then him living with his grandparents, and I feel that. I'm gonna just say that I feel that. I feel that.
All right, so my number five.
This was hard though.
My number five is Notorious, about Biggie Smalls.
Mm-hmm.
Notorious and Biggie and Pac always gonna be hand in hand, but so this movie right here, just showed the life of Biggie. Biggie was just one of them one of them rappers, man, that everybody fell in love with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is one of the movies that when it comes on, I just enjoy watching it. So every time it come on, it's one of the movies that I'm going to watch. So this is my number five. All right, what's your number four?
That's a good choice. Yeah, my number four is what up? About to see my
Hold
number
up.
four is
Hold
look
up.
straight at look. All right, wait. Straight out of Compton. Like this really told us the story of basically like West Coast rap. Like like I would say I ain't gonna say the start, but look, this is the like this might be the birth of West Coast rap. And it showed the story of Dre, Eazy-E, Q, Ren, and DJ Yellow, like what they had to go through, the start of it, the start of their careers, um, when Cube left, why he left. Basically when they had the situation to go through when they did, after police, um, from Easy with the AIDS, man. It's like, man, this is a very very good movie. Um, and I think this literally stands the test of time in terms of how good of a movie, especially like how like I said, this because of like the impact NWA had as far as the West Coast what have you, and for them to basically I ain't gonna say them, but like for them to, you basically for us to see their story. This is a very well acted movie. Um, you know, shouts out to the cast, especially like Ice Cube's son who plays the crap out of him. Um, you know, and actually started his acting career too as well. So, O'Shea Jackson Jr. Um, this is a very good and a guy who stars as MC Ren in there. That's the guy we talked about, Aldous Hodge. He's gonna star like in the Black Adam. He got the City Hall. So this was like a little bit of a springboard for him starring this movie as well too. So, hats off to all the gentlemen in this movie, all the actors in this movie. This was to me a very very good autobiographical like movie, especially in regards to the artists, the NWA. Like, NWA when that first came out, like I said, look, I was shook when I first saw the NWA and when I heard the music, and I was like, man, I ain't never going to Cali. But but like I said, seeing this movie, I was like, all right, I liked it, really really liked it. Holly, if you have never seen Straight Outta Compton, see it.
All right, so my number four, let's stay in starting the East Coast, but he peaked in the West Coast. We're gonna go with my number four is All
Ooh,
Eyes
this
on
was
Me.
good.
About Tupac. It's a long
This was
movie.
good. Mm-hmm.
Now this one it doesn't start where he's like young. This movie is from when he got
Mm-hmm.
interviewed while he was in prison. So it's from the
Mm-hmm.
story. It's from the
All right.
age of when he started talking about what the interview he did in prison. But it shows it still showed
Mm-hmm.
how he overcame shit. Even showed his interactions with Jada Pinkett, and that school they went to for acting. Um,
Oh yeah,
showed
the
up.
joint in Baltimore.
Yeah. He got he
Yeah.
got a
Mm-hmm.
he got the scene on him when somebody was trying to hate on him, and he said,
Mm-hmm.
"Man, you got the same 24 hours in the day that I got."
I do. Yep.
You know what I mean? Which is true, and a lot of people
Yeah, it's
hate
the truth.
on what you got or what they think you got, and they had the same
Mm-hmm.
opportunities. And when I say the same opportunities, they had the same amount of time to work towards whatever the fuck they're trying to get to. And then
Yep. Yep.
so Tupac is my favorite rapper of all time. So I might be a little biased, but this fell in my
Oh.
number four. Yeah,
Oh,
that's my
not like
goat.
that.
Yeah, Tupac
Oh, I
my
see why
goat.
you got. I see why you got that over the tourist though now. But I understand that. I understand that though. I understand. I understand. I understand.
All right,
Uh,
now you're number three.
well, number three, man. Look, this was tough. The top three was tough. Well, two and three they could have been reversed, but number three, I got
Hold on,
drum
let me put it
roll.
up. Hold up. I
Yeah, I'm
got you.
with
I
you.
got you. Uh,
Now you got it.
boom. That's your number
Look,
three,
man.
right?
What's love got to do with it? With Angela, Yep, with Angela Bassett, Lawrence Fishburne. Come on, man. This movie had, man, again. Angela Bassett should have won an Oscar for this movie. That Highway Rock. I don't care who got won it. I don't care anyone else. He should have won an Oscar for this movie. Hell, Lawrence Fishburne should have won something, especially for real, for real. Like, this is literally one of the most quotable, like, movies, like, of all time. And especially, like I said, because this is one of the movies you feel like, I think just like one of my other movies that you feel like Angela Bassett is Tina Turner. She got her mannerisms
Right.
down. Like, she got everything down. And also, people that
Tay. All right, look like we lost Tay. So I'm gonna go ahead with my number three. My number three. All right, let's see. Let's see. My number three is somebody that a lot of y'all be hating on in the hip hop community. A lot of the black people be hating on in the hip hop community. For my number three, we're talking about movies about musicians. Oh shit! Don't tell me I didn't load it. Oh damn! No, I know how to do that. I'll be damn. I'm just have to tell you what the hell my number three is. How the fuck? Maybe I'm overlooking this shit. Hell no, I'm not overlooking that shit. All right, so my number three is 8 Mile, and this is the top five movies about musicians. So my number three is 8 Mile. I love how this showed Eminem going from Detroit, fighting in the hood, fighting amongst friends, fighting amongst like rival crews or whatnot, where amongst his friends, he was a dope ass freestylist. But then when it was time for him to go against Papa Doc and be in front of everybody, every time he tried to rhyme, he would goddamn freeze up. Well, the first couple times he would freeze up and he talked shit about him. Then he had to overcome his mom, he had to overcome living poor in the I think that was a trailer park. And then so
my bad.
it was time for him to do the battle rap. He froze. Finally got over that shit, and then I think the last round he killed the two people in the first round, and then his friend was like, "Yo, rap it. What you want to rap about? Because he know everything about you. He know about your girl fucking with your
Hey,
friends.
Mile.
He know
Mm-hmm.
about your mom. He know about you getting
Yep.
beat up. So damn,
Mm-hmm.
he got all the fucking ammo to kill you. And Eminem
Mm-hmm.
flipped that shit on him, did a freestyle, dissing himself,
Mm-hmm.
and the Papa Doc talking about how he come from a good neighborhood in Richmond and shit. So 8 Miles my number three. I like how they show him. I
Mm-hmm.
like how they show him in Detroit. Um,
Yep.
it was really about the movie. Really about his love for rapping, freestyling,
Yeah.
writing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they showed him writing words that rhyme. He wasn't even writing lyrics. He wasn't writing lines. He was writing words that rhyme, just going down paper like line, dime,
Mm-hmm.
line, time,
Yep.
fine. Then you go to another. Then you go to another piece of another part of paper and just words that rhyme and go
Mm-hmm.
all the way down. So that's how that
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker nice right now. Where the fuck is killing most
With
rappers.
a pen
So
game.
my number three
Mm-hmm.
is 8 Mile with Eminem, and he had Makai Pfeiffer in there with the damn good ass guest appearance. So that's my number three.
Yep.
So now we go to
All
your
right.
number two, and your number. Let's see what the hell. Oh, I don't know how the fuck is your number two, but okay. But I mean, I see you. I see your fucking shirt though. This is number two.
Yeah, of course. Yep. Yeah, number two is Ray. Look, it goes back to what I said about my number three in terms of what Angela Bassett, in terms of, and she made you think that she was Tina Turner, like exactly think she was Tina Turner. Well, Jamie Foxx made you think that he was Ray Charles the entire movie. He made you think that he was actually Ray. Like his mannerisms, like it's a lot of stuff that, like I said, like, and also this movie, we like I knew just a little bit about Ray Charles, like from my mom told me and everything, but some of the stuff that came out about him, like just a lot of other different stuff that you saw throughout the movie, and like that, and I love it because it made like this movie made Ray Charles human, like, and and like I said, to have Jamie has his mannerisms, to sing like him, and actually for Jamie to visit, Ray, but like while he was filming, it was like perfect. Like this was such a great movie, and deservedly so. Jamie won an Oscar for that. So yes, he should he should uh he should definitely, like I said, he made me feel like he was Ray Charles. Like that's crazy because um that's how that movie is basically, whatever. And like I said, I was talking to this one of my friends, and she was saying the same thing. It was like, well, she said it too. Like she said, it was like just like I said, Ray. He made you feel like he was Ray Charles. Like, and like that's always gonna be like Jamie's top movie. Like it's always gonna be Ray. It's not gonna be nothing else except that movie, and rightfully
Okay.
so. Like that was such a great movie. Like
Such a great movie, but you got number two.
I gotta see what your number two is.
All right.
But as look,
Mm-hmm. Yo, my number two is Straight Outta Compton.
oh man, I gotta see your number. Oh, all right, then all right, never mind. Okay, all right, okay, all right, all right.
I don't know how the hell you had Straight Outta Compton so damn low, yo. Like, no, for real. Like, you had Straight Outta Compton at 4. You had,
All right, well,
yeah,
hold on.
yeah. What's love got to do with it?
And Ray.
Yeah, I can't put what love got to do with it. But yo, listen, Straight Outta
Oh,
Compton.
wow.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, I
but
can't put
let's on the top five though.
Straight Outta Compton. Like, okay, they got all the characters, all the people
Mm-hmm.
that the biopics on each person. They
Mm-hmm.
were they were spot on.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very well written movie. Like
Mm-hmm.
it didn't even look like a biopic.
Mm-mm.
It damn near looked fiction. It damn near looked
Mm-hmm.
like they made this shit
Mm-hmm.
up. Because it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to believe that they actually
That's the
went through
wild
this.
part.
You know what I mean? It
Mm-hmm.
looked like a fucking fiction. It didn't look like based on a true
Yep.
story, but based on a true story. Good writing. They didn't fuck up none of the characters. They got all the real life characters that the lives
Yeah.
that's based on. They got that shit right. Ice Cube's son
Mm-hmm.
killed it. Like you said earlier,
O'Shea
Ice
Jackson Jr.
Cube's
Yep.
son
Yep.
killed that
Killed it.
shit. All the fuck I saw was Ice Cube. They did a
Mm-hmm.
great job picking out the people because Easy E, the motherfucker playing Easy E,
Oh yeah,
that
yeah,
nigga look
yeah,
like
yeah,
Easy
yeah.
E. That nigga
Mm-hmm.
look like
And
Easy E.
guys, mannerisms. Like,
The nigga that
like
played
that
Dr.
was probably
Dre,
like to me gonna be the kick. Yeah.
the nigga played Dr. Dre,
Yeah.
that nigga looks like Dr. Dre. And it's crazy because I
Mm-hmm.
done seen Easy E in another movie. I done seen Dr. Dre in another
Mm-hmm.
movie. And the guy that played Ice Cube in other movies. And when I see them, I still think
You see
about
them.
Straight Outta Compton. That's how strong their
Mm-hmm.
performances was. Even
Oh, no doubt.
the the manager, they even got the manager right. Even the
Mm-hmm.
manager, someone that looked like the manager. Like
Jerry.
this movie,
Yeah, Jerry. Yep.
they
Jerry.
did every
Yep.
angle good. Because sometimes you come up with a biopic, and they might
And you're
get the
like,
character right, but they might mess up
mm-hmm.
on the writing of the story. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
all eyes on me. They got the character was on motherfucking point, but I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it left a lot to be desired in the writing and putting a movie together. Um, uh, same thing with Notorious. But Straight Outta Compton, yeah, I feel like they got everything right. I feel like everything right, and that's why it's my number 2, man.
But you know,
So,
Squad, like just like you said though, like no good.
you got your number 1. You ready for your number 1?
Oh yeah, you can look. I'm gonna wait for you to pull up the number 1, but look, this is the number 1. Purple Rain. Man, when this thing comes, look, whenever this thing, look, I got it on. Basically, I basically bought the movie. Again, I was a little late. Again, also to this movie, but when I saw it, I was like, oh man, this is a great autobiographical movie. Prince is starring as himself. Like, come on, like, and it's like I said, this movie stands the test of time. Like, it literally stands the test of time. Like, this is like I said, the movie, the soundtrack, him being in it, and again, you're thinking like, oh, none of this has happened, but like, this is basically based on his life, like the struggles he had to go through, like everything, and it's just like, and then like I said, the soundtrack, him performing, like I couldn't like this is one of the movies I don't want to see anyone even try to even remake. This is like legit one of the best biopics, movies, musicals, whatever you want to call it, of all time. Legit. And I'm like, look, Prince killed that role. I think he won an Oscar for like this movie. Like, I don't think the best like for his acting, but I think for the music. But look, this is Purple Rain. Like, come on, this right here, this this right here is a classic ass movie. Whenever this comes on, I'm watching it. I look, and I even got it on my Apple Music on my
so
through my iTunes, and I'm still gonna
all right.
watch it.
So, okay, all right, I got you. It's one of the movies that's very well loved. It's very well loved, so I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you said you can't wait to see what my number 1 is after you saw Straight Outta Compton being my number 2. Man, listen, Ray's my number 1. Ray's my
But
number
I
1.
understand though. I
Listen,
understand that.
listen. Like you said earlier, I don't see Jamie Foxx in this shit. I don't
Nope.
see Jamie at all. And I love
Yeah.
how like this was a very good, very well written movie as well. And they did a great
Yep.
job of doing the
Mm-hmm.
flashbacks that showed
Mm-hmm.
from like flashbacks where his mom taught him coming up young,
Yep.
and then and then
Yep.
40 years, and then showing flashbacks um throughout his life where he may be going through a time
Yep.
flashback they show him, and then get that lesson from his mom. And I love the fact how they
Yep.
showed how his mom did not allow him for his blindness to be a handicap. You know what I'm
That's what I
saying?
like too. Yep.
And a
An
lot of
important lesson. A very important lesson.
and a lot of parents would have babied their child,
Mm-hmm.
and rightfully so. But
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
his mom set him up for success, set him up to be a
Mm-hmm.
businessman, set him up to
Mm-hmm.
not accept being blind as a disability, or
Yep.
or thinking that he won't be able to accomplish what everybody else can accomplish, which he accomplished
Mm-hmm.
more than
Mm-hmm.
80%. I mean, 80% of people in general. This dude
Yeah.
established an empire, being blind.
Oh man, did he?
Ray Charles
Did he?
and Ray Charles exemplified everything about Ray. The way he was walking, the way he, like, you really think he's blind.
On the mannerisms.
You really think he's
Yeah.
blind.
Mm-hmm.
and it was just, man, it was just a
That's what I said.
very,
Like that, his mannerisms or something.
yeah, it was a very, very well written movie. And I just love how they did the flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
They showed his mom, and they didn't hide
Mm-hmm.
anything about his life. They didn't try to make him seem like this saint.
No,
They showed his good.
like yeah, I was
They
gonna
showed
say
his
that's what I like
bad.
too.
They showed
Mm-hmm.
his. They showed how he became a
Mm-hmm.
legend, and they showed they showed his ups
Yep.
and downs in this movie. But I like the music in it. I like the acting in it, and Jamie Foxx. Out of
Mm-hmm.
all of the musician movies
Played the crap
that
out of
we
that.
that we talked about, guess which
Mm-hmm.
one won the Oscar? There's only one of them that won the Oscar.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Oh
You're
shit!
right.
And that's
And he
Jamie.
deserved it. And he deserved it. He deserved that.
All
Because
right.
you don't like I said, you don't think when you see Ray, and I just like I said, one of my good friends, she said this. She was like, you don't think when you see Ray, like you think Jamie Foxx, you just think that's just Ray Charles. You don't think that's like Jamie Foxx. You think that's Ray Charles. He got his mannerisms, everything down. Um, very very good movie.
All right. So now it's time to go to the main topic, and the
Mm-hmm.
main topic is
Oh, this is
which
gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
which uh which actor played their musician the best. Okay, so let's look at everybody now. Um,
Mm-hmm. And give us your comments out there. Give us your comments in terms of who do y'all think is the best actor or actress who played the musical or the musician the best.
all right, so I got some stuff up here that we ain't talked about. So
All right, go.
you got Frankie Lyman,
Ooh,
Lorenz
Frankie
Tate,
Lyman. Yep.
Why
Mm-hmm.
Do Fools Fall in Love?
Oh, that's a. Hold on, don't tell that. That's a very underrated movie. Very, very underrated movie.
All right, we got Cadillac Records. We talking about Muddy Water.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
You got Beyonce
Mm-hmm.
that played Etta James.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you got him
No lies
playing.
on me.
You got him
Mm-hmm.
playing Tupac Shakur.
Mm-hmm.
You got
Get
the
on up.
James Brown movie. Get on
I have
up.
not seen that.
Oh, really?
I have not seen that. Mm-mm.
All right. You got the guy playing
Notorious.
Notorious Biggie.
Mm-hmm.
You got Ice Cube, Easy E, and you got Dr. Dre.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got Ike Tina, and you got Tina Turner,
Come on. Mm-hmm.
and you got Jamie Foxx playing Ray Charles. Now,
All right. I'm
this,
gonna add.
this
Hold up. I'm gonna add something. I just want to add something, Murray. There's also another movie out there, that everyone wants to really see. It's on Hulu. It's called the United States versus Billie Holiday. And Audrey Day, she starred in there. She won a Golden Globe
oh,
for her role. Um, that's a very, very good movie. Always heard about Billie Holiday. I listened to like a couple of songs, from my mom. She had us listen to a variety of different things when we were younger, and the stuff that she had to go through. Audrey Day played the crap out of that role. Like she played the crap out of that role. If you don't know who Billie Holiday is, please Google her, look at her, what she had to go through, and it's basically just like we talked about in terms of Ray, because they showed the human side of her,
okay.
and this because like I said, she was getting basically this movie is about like the United States government, right? The FBI basically was trying to sit there and prevent her from performing one song, the the Sacred Fruit, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, and you'll see like her, you know, you'll see like her demons come out in this movie as well. Um, and you have to give flowers again. I'm gonna keep saying this. You have to give flowers to people by their head. If you don't like, we give something, to the greats that were there, Marian Anderson and a couple other big artists at that time. But Billie Holiday may get lost in the shuffle. Um, this movie really shows you what she had to go through and how she was like she didn't let no one really stop her from you know doing what she wanted to do, perform the song. And Time Magazine actually made that song. They called it "Song of the Century."
Oh damn.
hmm So, but yeah, so really look at this movie, look at what she had to go through, and everything. It's a superbly acted. The script and everything was very good. Let me see. The guy who played, I keep saying this. I'm gonna do this one of your numbers. The guy who played it and Everybody Hates Chris, the lead actor, he's in there. Evan Ross is in there. Um, it's a couple other actors and actresses in there. Highly recommend this movie.
Okay. So out of the list that we got,
That's a tough one. Well, not tough, but the top two to me. To
now
me,
give me your top three, starting with your third.
Ooh, I would say, um, I'm gonna say the Lorenz Tate, Frankie Lyman, John. Why do fools fall in love?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, proceed. Really? Elaborate
Because
on
I
that.
have, like I said, huh?
Elaborate on that.
Because I mean, because again, this is another artist that I remember hearing like from my mom about this, about his character, what have you, and like Lorenz Tate, like, look, why does Cat the Bull? Like, he's had a nice little good, like, not little acting career. He's had a great acting career, and this is another actor who really, you know, he doesn't have a whole lot of bad movies underneath his belt. Lorenz Tate, if you really think about it, he doesn't have a lot of bad films underneath his belt. Like, he
I
has
agree.
starred in some very great movies, and he's done some very acting. I think with this one, it was like, oh, you saw, hold up, instead of like you're seeing like what we talked about in terms of Ray and like I said with Billie Holiday, we're seeing like the human side of an artist, a musician or what have you. Like, basically, it was like, oh yeah, this dude he's going like all these women, and he's basically like we're seeing that side of it. Like, because that's basically like what the whole plot is like all these different women he's been going like he's been messing around with, and I'm like, man, Jesus, I like because I like we don't see like too much of, like, especially being like the plot of that whole movie. I think that to me we don't see as much. Like, this dude's a womanizer, like, legit. And I think, like I said, Lawrence Tate really acted his ass off in that movie. I think, to me personally, like I said, I didn't see the James Brown one. Cadillac Records, that's just my personal opinion.
Okay.
Um, and wait, all right, Cadillac Records, Why the Fools Fall in Love. You said the James Brown, which I didn't see.
Yeah. The
It's
Tupac
also
movie.
another movie I still ain't see, the joint with Miles. No, the Tupac movie. I don't like that. The Miles movie, because there's a Miles movie with what's the guy? Oh man, the
Miles
guy who
Davis.
played in Avengers. Yeah, with Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle started. It's called Miles. I think Miles is here, something like that. Miles, and he stars Miles Davis as the. Yep, stars Miles Davis, and I didn't even know that movie was out. I was like, oh, but to me, I see. I didn't like Notorious. I like Lorenz Tate. Like, Lorenz Tate, I think would be number three for me. That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
I give it up
Hmm.
Lorenz Tate because, like I said, he did a good acting role. Like, Notorious, I think to me is the overall movie I like, and I think the same thing uh with All Eyes on Me. I think the overall movie I like. The acting. Like, I think sometimes the acting to me got to stand out. And I think Lorenz Tate, his acting stood out for me.
Okay. That's You caught me off guard with that one. I wasn't
I wonder what's your third?
I wasn't I wasn't expecting
You
that
wasn't
one.
expecting?
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
That's I was not
Because I already know
expecting
my
that one.
top two.
Huh?
I already know my top two, but I want to hear your third.
My third would be
And why?
and why? Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where's he? Man, he is not. Man.
You know what? My third would possibly my third would probably be it probably dude that played Biggie.
Oh, I say Gravy, but I'm what's the dude name? Good lord. Also look, why did fools fall? Hold up. Damn, that yeah. What's the guy? I forgot the guy's name. Starting Biggie.
Yeah, I can't remember
Let me
the
get
name
the
either.
dude name.
But I
I can't
but
remember
I
his name. Yeah, I can't remember his name.
but I feel
Oh,
like he
Jamal Woolard. Jamal Woolard.
okay,
His
I think
name.
it is it. But yeah, so my number three would be big the dude that played Biggie because I felt like
Mm-hmm.
he really it kind of sounded like him a little bit, but he really
Mm-hmm.
did a good job of
Mm-hmm.
giving us that Biggie persona. You know what I'm saying? He had like Biggie was known for like his
Mm-hmm.
personality, his personality. He gonna make a motherfucker smile. He just gonna
Mm-hmm.
make you feel comfortable. You know what I mean? And I felt like
Especially
he hit
doing
that
her
shit on
face.
I feel like he hit that shit on the spot. Like I can't say he deserved an Oscar or anything for it, but just the way that
Mm-hmm.
when you saw Biggie,
He got the mannerisms down. Yeah.
well, and the personality, like he really had. I felt like he
Oh yeah,
matched.
it's personality. Yep. Yeah.
I felt like he was able to really copy Big's personality. When he was on there, when he was talking to Lil Kim in the street, when she stopped her,
Yeah.
when he stopped her, like he really like throughout the whole movie,
Mm-hmm.
when I heard him talk and laugh and conversate with people, I heard Biggie. I heard
Yeah.
Biggie talking. I heard Biggie personality. I heard Biggie persona. You know what I'm saying? But that that would be my number
Yeah.
three favorite. And like I said,
I could.
it's not really for the acting. It's just more for like I really think he nailed Biggie personality and his persona, just
Mm-hmm.
making people feel comfortable and just having like that good spirit about him.
Yeah, because I remember the one part that stuck out to me was when when he cheated on Faith and he kept like rapping and just basically killing. I like, yo, Big, you gotta stop doing this. Like he was just joking around with her. Like they always say he had like such a joking personality. Like he would always
Right.
be like, and I was just like, and you saw that like each time he would do it, he would like he wouldn't be too full of himself. He would just be like the joking, always in a good mood. Like I'm still thinking about and the thing is like the one thing I like this man. It's crazy because every time I don't want to see that movie, because I always be thinking I'm like I know how that's gonna end, and it's like to me, Big is always gonna be one of my like favorite artists of all time. Just like I know Pac was yours, Big is always gonna be one of my favorites. Um, I always just say he brought the East back. Look, I know it's cliche, but that's what he did. Um, and he did play the crap out of that role, like he really did. Gary Luke kind of low key played the thing out of Puff too. Like
Yeah,
he
he
low key
did.
played he low key played the
He
crap
did.
out of that role with Puff. But
So what's
yeah,
your number two?
I give it a two with that. Top
What's your
two,
number two?
you're not gonna like number two. You're not gonna like number two. Number two gonna be Jamie Foxx. And I know because look, I know he got an Oscar for it. I know he got an Oscar for it. Um, and that was kind of to me. I think is like because Well, number two, look, I'm gonna give it a positive. We said this like you said it before. Jamie Foxx, when you see him play Ray, you don't think he's playing Ray. You think that's Ray Charles. You just think that's Ray Charles. Like if you was to show somebody who don't know anything about Jamie Foxx, who just says, "Look, this is autobiographical of Ray Charles," right? And it says, "Oh, that's Ray Charles." They would be like, "Oh yeah, that's him." Like hearing his music and hearing like Ray Charles back in the day and hearing like actually that's probably one of the best parts too is hearing Jamie actually sing the songs with Ray Charles, like him sounding like Ray singing those songs. Like especially the Georgia one, like that's what he's really one of the songs he's really known for. And to hear
Uh-huh.
Jamie sing it, you're like, wow. You're like, all right, wow, this is all right, okay. Like you feel like this is Ray Charles, and you feel like his mannerisms, the way he really put his all into that movie, Jamie Foxx. He really did. But second, no, I'm gonna I'm gonna keep praising it. That was a great movie. Ray was a great movie. You saw, and also too, like Ray, well, actually showed you ownership. He told you how to get ownership of your music. Just like you said, his
Mm-hmm.
mom put that little thing. Like I wish other artists would do the same. Um, and this was like back then when like they weren't giving no artists anything. Forget about just black. They weren't giving artists anything.
Right.
And for him to be one of the like major people to get his own, oh, that was something. That's something. That's something. I'm gonna go off of like what like I saw this movie. That one other thing we said a couple weeks ago. One Night in Miami, and it was a scene in there when the music. Oh, what's the guy name? One of the characters said he was like, this music professional have you right there, basically like eating off of our black artists or have you. And he said, well, look, he said these people want the pie. He said I just want the recipe. He said because if I get the recipe, I'm just gonna be eating all day. They can get the pie. I get the recipe. I'm the one that owns the recipe. I'm gonna just be eating for my rest of my life. And like for like we see, like I said, we seen Jamie Foxx sit there and really like immerse himself into that role. And for him to be, like I said, because I think Ray passed away not right before the movie passed, like before the movie came out, right? I think it was not too long after that movie came out. He had passed away, Ray Charles. I think either before or a little bit after that movie came out, he passed away, Ray Charles. Because I know Jamie Foxx actually visited him right before you're doing that. And I mean, Jamie looks, I mean, so really, and he actually looked just like Ray in that movie. Like the
Right.
casting was A1. Like, man, this man, like Jamie really did his thing. And basically, it actually helped Jamie's career because it was like, I know he did like a couple action movies, whatever, and like some comedy, but it was like that put him like on a serious pedestal now. Because now that it was, even though it's a musical thing, because I mean, because look, that's what he's been doing now a little bit now, but that put him on a whole nother level now because now he can do dramas now, a serious drama at that. And he got an Oscar for his, for his not for his trouble, but for his acting. Highly, got to give it up to him. Got to give it up to Jamie. Did an excellent job in that movie. Excellent job. And he didn't have to hold it, and just like didn't have to play a crooked person or a bad guy to do it either. He played basically like a even though he
Man,
played like a
why you
biographical
think
role.
because of Denzel, man?
I know, right? But it's
Why you think
sincere.
because
Look,
of
if we
Denzel,
want,
man?
but the thing is, I hate for that to be Denzel because I think Denzel should have been got an Oscar. He should have been got an Oscar other than just for Training Day. He should have been got it. It should have been for like a one of his like regular roles. He didn't have to be a bad guy to win it. Like, and that's not like I said again, not a knock on Denzel. But I think like to see Jamie actually like to see a black guy, win it, for a positive role. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Um, but what's your number two?
Um, my number two. Uh, these two go hand in hand. I got two
Mm-hmm.
people. I got two people as my number two.
What?
Yeah, what you mean? What
Classy. All
happened?
right, okay. I'm listening. You got two people as your number two.
I got two people as my number two, man.
All right, let's hear it.
Um,
I want to see that.
huh? What'd you say?
I said I want to see your two number two. I want to see your two number two. Who's your two
Um,
number two?
the Turners. The Turners. Ike and Tina. They hand in hand. They go together. They go together. What's love got to do with it? Hey, they go together. You can't separate them motherfuckers, man. You got listen, Lawrence Fishburne, Angela Bassett, them motherfuckers really look like a dysfunctional couple in real life. Like I can see them
They
motherfuckers being
do.
married
Yeah.
and really damn having a music career. And look, let me tell you,
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
meme, they got that meme where Ike has goddamn got the guy's hair permed
Mhm.
out, and that motherfucker do like this.
Yeah. Like.
That
Yep.
hey, Lawrence Fishburne played the fuck out of damn Ike Turner.
Yes, he did.
And Angela played the fuck out
And
of
that's
Tina.
why that he done.
So
Mhm.
them two together, like
Mhm.
I don't like. I feel like you take Lawrence from there, then Angela might not have been as good a Tina as she was, and vice versa. If you take
Mm.
just hold up, man. Just hold up. If you take Tina, if you take Angela away from it, I'm not sure Lawrence Fishburne was being as good as a Ike as he was. Like it seemed like both of them took study sessions together,
I'm.
studying
Go ahead.
Ike Turner
Mhm.
and
All right.
Tina Turner,
All right.
how they acted with each
Mhm.
other, their
Mhm.
mannerisms with each other. It seemed like they studied
Mhm.
the couple as a couple, and they
Mhm.
meshed well. And they put that shit together and meshed well. It was like peanut butter and
Mhm.
jelly with them two. That's what I'm saying. I gotta say both of them. I gotta say both of them at the same time. 'Cause I just felt like they help each other exonerate the fuck out those roles, man. When you look at Lawrence Fishburne, you see
Mm.
you see a crazy motherfucker, possessive husband slash
Yeah.
manager. And
Yeah.
when you look at Angela, you see a motherfucker that's desperate to please her husband, but is also scared, was a talented musician that ends up
Mhm.
getting fed the fuck up with her husband slash manager.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I said the Turners, man.
All right. Well, number one for me, right,
Uh huh.
is Angela Bassett. Look, I understand. Look, that's what I said. I'm gonna go with half of what you're saying. Like, if Angela Bassett didn't play Tina Turner, I don't think we get the same type of that performance from Lawrence Fishburne. But
Okay.
Angela Bassett was
So you
so
feel
good
a
in
little
that role. Yeah, I agree with you a little bit with that part of it. But
okay.
because of Angela Bassett, how great of a role that she put into it, especially like with Tina Turner, because of how like an iconic singer that she is. Like, and I think that's the first time we really saw like somebody like a from us like see somebody play like an iconic role like that, like and play it very well. Like I said, you really thought that she was Tina Turner. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, even though she was lip syncing, but you really thought she was Tina Turner, man. You really thought, and to me, really, like, that's it, man. I really have to. I'm a table that. But like, Angela Bassett played the crap out of her, and that thing was sort of like a breakthrough role for her. Like, this was like, oh, this is the person we gotta look out for later on, Angela Bassett. Like, and she should have won an Oscar. Like, I just do not understand why she didn't win an Oscar for that role. It's an iconic singer and an iconic, and for her to be in that role, because you have to really hit like her mannerisms, the stuff that she had to go through in terms of the getting beat up by Ike, them arguing in the airport, them basically tussling in a limo. her bouncing out the limo, like, and her like a second act of her career. Um, to see Angela basically act her behind off in that, man, that is just epic. Like, to me, I think that's probably one of the biggest robberies in Oscar history. Like, she should have got an Oscar for that. Like, I don't think she should not have gotten an Oscar for that. Like, I know what you're talking about with Jamie, and I know that's probably gonna be your number one, but you know, I really think Angela should have got, like, Angela just acted her behind off, and that was the first time I was like, oh wow, like before, like if I like I said, seeing that before I saw Ray, and I remember seeing that like in the theaters, I was like, oh man, it's like she reminded me, like I didn't think Tina Turner, like I didn't think Angela Bassett in the role, I thought Tina Turner when Angela Bassett was playing a role, like I legit thought that was her.
Okay. All right. And you're correct, sir. My number one is motherfucking Jamie Foxx.
But I understand though. I completely understand.
Like, cause all right.
You
So
can't
here's
go
the
wrong
thing.
with both of these. You can't.
Here's the thing. All right, you look at the dude that played Tupac, the dude that played James Brown, Frankie Lyman, Etta James, Biggie, Tina Turner, Ike Turner, Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, even Billy. You brought up Billie Holiday. You brought up Miles. I mean, you even brought up, in the top 5 acting as himself. I mean, if we look at Eminem and we look at 50 Cent, they're playing themselves in their autobiopic in the biopic, right?
But hold on, Merv. I don't mean to cut you off. This is breaking news, but next Thursday, well, actually no, this Thursday, we're getting, for the verses, we're getting Keith Sweat versus Bobby Brown.
That's real?
Yeah, that's real. Versus just put it up this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Keith Sweat versus Bobby Brown.
Oh shit! Them they had a little beef back in the day. I don't know, a lot of people don't know that, but they had some words against each other back in the day. Well, like, so this might be
in a building with one another. Yeah, this is gonna be a very interesting versus. Like,
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Oh damn! Sorry about that. Breaking news.
Bobby Brown versus Keith Sweat. Yeah, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. But yeah, so out of everybody I just mentioned, even when they had acted their ass off, you know what one thing they did not have to try to do?
What?
Act blind. Exactly.
Okay.
You have to come up for that.
All right, got it. But I told you, look, you can go. Look, I understand. Look, I can imagine why that's your number one. I understand that, and you're not gonna hear me either way. Why? I understand that. Why? I completely understand that. I understand. Like, that's what I said. I gave Jamie his flowers at number 2 because of, and also you're acting blind too. That is something. Look, I have to give it up, but I'm not changing my mind. I'm not changing my mind at all with that. But no, Jamie Foxx, no. Like, Jamie Foxx, you have to give it up because, and also, like I said, this was like his really major, like, role, like the thing that really put him really out there. Like, to me personally, because it was like he did like little side roles and, like, co-starring roles, but this is like really legit, like, serious role that he had to really put his all into. Especially you can't do like what
I think this was I think it might have been his first role where the movie relied on him. He had some other roles, even some lead roles, but even the other movies when he had leading roles, he was co-starring, or he had other people that the movie could rely on. I think this was his very first movie where the movie relied on him to make the movie. And he killed that shit. The motherfucker got an
Oh yeah,
Oscar.
no doubt,
He
no
got an
doubt.
Oscar. So that's my number one, man. Shit, we actually good time because it's 8:25. That's the hour and a half mark. We covered everything that we wanted to talk about.
Mhm.
We did our trending topics.
Mhm.
With the reboot
Mhm.
of House Party and a prequel movie to The Sopranos.
Yep.
We
What's
did
up,
the
man?
Spotlight, Regina Hall, Forrest Whitaker.
Mhm.
Throwback movies is Tropic Thunder, Thin Line
Yep.
Between Love and Hate. Date night movie is Poetic Justice and Jesus
Mhm.
Live. This Day in Television.
Mhm.
Larry King announced that Larry King Live would be ending. The TV show review,
Yep.
the TV show slash new movie review that we picked this week right here is Manifest. It's a TV show on Netflix about a plane that landed 5 years later, and people in there came with
Mhm.
superpowers of visions of what's going to happen in the future.
Yep.
We did our top 5 movies about musicians. Tay was his number
Mhm.
one, Purple Rain, then Raid, then What's Love Got to Do with It, then Straight Outta Compton, and Get Rich or Die Trying. My top 5, number 1 was Raid, number 2 is
Mhm.
Compton, 3, 8 Mile, 4, All Eyes on Me, and 5, Notorious Big.
Notorious,
And
right?
then we wrap it
Mhm.
up with our top 3 actors or actresses who played the fuck out the roles of that musician in the biopic. Tay had Tina Turner at number 1, Ray
Mhm.
Charles at number 2, Frankie Lyman at number 3. I had uh, Jamie
Notorious.
Foxx, Ray Charles at number 1. I
Mhm.
had Tina Turner and Ike Turner together because they're a fucking couple at number 2. And I had the dude that played Big and Notorious Big on
Jamal
the
Woodard,
tour
yeah.
at number 3.
Yeah, Jamal Woodard. Yep. Mhm.
Yep. And that wrap up the Merv and Stacks show featuring Taison. Thank you, Black
Great
Jack.
show.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Blackjack TV, Blackjack Prime, Facebook
Mhm.
Live, YouTube Live, How
Yeah.
Mile High Radio, Hot 97, Spotify,
Yes.
iHeartRadio, Stacks, Tina B, Becca, Mark,
Mhm.
Sean, everybody that ride with us and support us on
On the
Monday,
Lulas,
Tuesday,
gotta shout out
Wednesday,
that show.
and our
Mhm.
Sunday shows, the Lullers.
Mhm.
Shout out to the
Yep. The
Lullers.
Lullas. Yep.
All right.
Mhm.
And yo, another one in the books for our Tuesday Merv and Stacks show. Yo, we out.
We out. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you.